Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am making shepherd's pie. So Thanksgiving rolled around, ate a bunch of turkey, ate a bunch of dairy. I'm lactose intolerant, shouldn't have been eating that. Now I just feel like I need some vegetables in my life. So my mother-in-law got me this beautiful pie plate for my birthday. Look at it. Look at the butterfly. I'm so excited. So I wanted to make something in this, but I'm kind of over pie because of Thanksgiving. So I'm making shepherd's pie. So let's just jump right in and get started. First thing I'm gonna do is put my potatoes on the stove. So I bought 3 Yukon yellow potatoes and 3 of the red potatoes. And I just cubed them up and I'm gonna boil them to make mashed potatoes. So I'm gonna start off with cold water and then turn the heat on high. Don't forget to add salt. Add a little salt to that water. Now I have my trusty cast iron on medium-high heat, and I'm gonna add a drizzle of olive oil, probably about a tablespoon, and I have a whole medium yellow onion diced up. I'm gonna pop that in there. I also have 1 medium large carrot diced up, and this is like a smaller dice, and I'm just gonna cook these until they're nice and translucent. Also a little pinch of salt. The onions and carrots are nice and cooked, so I'm gonna add 10 ounces of quartered cremini and button mushrooms. I was looking for porcinis. I was gonna put like 3 ounces of porcini mushrooms and 7 ounces of cremini mushrooms, but I couldn't find any porcinis, so this is what I got. Plus these were on sale, so whatevs. So 10 ounces of mushrooms quartered, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil into the pot. And I also have 1 clove of garlic. I'm just going to quickly grate in here. If you don't want to grate it, you can mince it, but I'm grating it. I'm also gonna add a tablespoon of butter just for some richness. Now I'm using vegan butter because, like I said, I was lactose intolerant. I am using Parm in this recipe just because I just have to say Parm is aged so long that I don't think there's any lactose in it. I think like there actually isn't any lactose in it. Don't quote me on that. There might be a little bit in there, but it's not as much as like butter. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mess me up as much. So I will be using Parm in this recipe. If you don't want to use the Parm, don't use it. And this could be completely vegan if you need it to be vegan. And then I'm just gonna swirl this around. Did I say put thyme? A pinch of thyme. I'm also gonna go ahead and add a little bit of a pinch of salt and what else? Pepper. A few grinds of pepper. And I'm just gonna cook the mushrooms till they're soft. So I'm losing it. My book of recipes. I made this a long time ago. I haven't made this in so long. It's actually a half a teaspoon of thyme. So I'm gonna add just a few more pinches. So at this point, I'm gonna add, what does it say? A tablespoon of flour to this dish, just to thicken up the sauce that's in it. And I'm gonna give this a stir around. Now I add the tomato paste, and I use, what does it say? Half a can of tomato paste, and this is 6 ounces, so 3 ounces of tomato paste. I'm gonna stir that around really well, get it incorporated with everything. Okay, now I have my red wine, and I'm doing 1/3 cup of red wine. I would do like a Chianti or something. Also have 1/3 cup of veggie stock. If you don't care about eating meat or not trying to be plant-based, I would use beef stock for sure. Now I'm gonna turn this down to low heat and let it simmer. And I'm also going to add 1 bay leaf to this. And let that simmer until the juices reduce down. Okay, this is where you're gonna wanna taste it and see if it needs salt or pepper. There's some more salt, for sure. And a little bit more pepper. I'm gonna almost splash of soy sauce. Okay, let's move on to potatoes. Potatoes are done, fork tender. I'm gonna pour about 2 tablespoons of potato water in there. Go ahead and strain them and dump the potatoes in there. And then I have more vegan butter, so I'm gonna do two tablespoons of vegan butter. Again, use regular butter if you want. And then I have parm. Now, you could get vegan parm too if you want to do this completely vegan. But I'm gonna grate about, how much did I say on here? Parm, 1/4 cup of parm into these potatoes. Another good thing for these potatoes could be cheddar. Is really good with this. Then I'm gonna do some grains of pepper and some salt. And I have onion powder and garlic powder. Onion powder, a few dashes, and garlic powder, a few dashes. And then I'm just gonna turn it on and mash them up, make some mashed potatoes. Let me taste it. Always important to taste stuff along the way. Definitely need salt. Now I'm gonna put the broiler on high. And you could just throw this cast iron pan with the mashed potatoes on top in the oven, but I want to use my cute new pie plate, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna do one last taste just to make sure everything tastes good separately before I put it all together. Well seasoned. Good. All right, now time for assembly. So I'm just gonna start putting it in here. You're gonna wanna take the bay leaf out. All right, and you're just gonna wanna smooth it over the top, like so. Now, if you wanna get fancy with it, you could put your mashed potatoes in a piping bag and do it that way. I should do it that way because I have such a pretty pie plate. Why not make them oh, I can't do it. I left the skins. So if you want to pipe it out and make it cute, don't leave the skins on the potatoes when you make the mashed potatoes. I left the skins on, so it's not going to turn out that well. So I'm just going to have to put it on here. Scratch that idea. You just scoop it all over the top, and then we're just gonna smooth it out. What it looks like, and I'm just gonna toss it in the oven on high broil until the top is a little bit crispy. It's out of the oven. It cooked on top. It looks delicious. I'm gonna try it. A little edge piece. I love when you make mashed potatoes and then you have to stick the mashed potatoes into the oven. Mmm. Mmm. So good. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos.